In Nigeria now it's past 12. Automatically in China is after 7 in the morning. I don't know what time it is where you are. But wherever you are watching me now, I'm reaching you from Nigeria, in West Africa. Alright? So how is life with you? Hope everything is fine. There's one name myself. Good morning, my brother. Good morning. Yo, one day phenomenon in UK, the United Kingdom. Man on Nabi Alpia on 500 pounds. In this life, you never can tell. So many people today who are claiming to be good. So many people claiming to be saints. So many people claiming to be incorruptible. Just that it hasn't gotten their way. Once it gets into their hands, they are collecting. I'm telling you, a lot has happened. Tonight, even though Kubana Chief Priest is not my topic, and I'm still going to talk much about him before I could now make a proper video. And I will circulate it in English. We have a lot of lessons to learn here in Igbo land. You know, Tinubu came to UK. They were giving people 500 pounds. Do you know how much is 500 pounds? Do you know how much is 500 pounds? Now, he was sharing to people. And people were singing, on your mandate we shall stand. Our people doesn't understand how the system works. I'll keep on telling you whether you like it or not. The truth remains the truth. That politically, haven't you heard that politicians don't make a lot of money, but they steal a lot of money? Do you get that? For you to understand what it means to be a politician. That's why in the entire country, it's only, what's his name? Showore, that is a saint among all the politicians in Nigeria. But that's a story for another day, though. Kubana Chief Priest finally has joined APC big time, full time. And he has an ambition of becoming a member. I think House of Rep. Yeah, he's vying for the seat of House of Rep from the platform of APC. And so many people have hated that guy for just, identifying with APC. But over here in Nigeria, in Igbo land, we have people who calls themselves Ayes. We have people who calls themselves Buccaneers. We have people who call themselves Eye. We have people who call themselves different names to show you that this is a choice. This is a cult group. Now, which one do you want to join? Once you decided you want to be a cultist, if you decided you want to be a cultist, people who knows the story of cultism will start looking at you in a different manner. How they will be looking at you now. Then the next thing they want to hear, which one have you joined? One day they will tell them, he's a black ass now. One day they will say, he's this, he's that. Okay, he's a pirate. That's the same way it is with politics. Kubana Chief Priest wasn't selling drinks. He traveled abroad. He went there, he was hustling the street like any other person. Finally, he came back here. He settled for business. He attracted a lot of people into Owerri. Carrying out his business, while he's doing that, he's looking out for contacts. And he's not just looking for contact, he's looking for a strong contact. We all know Obi Kubana as a rich, young, handsome, vibrant man in Abuja. Everybody has a lot of respect for him. Okay? Then once you hear, it was through Kubana Chief Priest that name became so popular. Kubana, Obi Kubana, Obi Kubana. We are only seeing Obi Kubana as boss on top. He's not much into the people. He's not a crowd person. Even to date, you can see he's not a crowd person. You understand? So we hold these guys in high esteem until finally we could see that Kubana Chief Priest has ambition of becoming a member of House of Rep. So he's now looking into that line of politics. Now, not only because he's now becoming a politician, but now what party does he belong to? People were looking to hear that he is interested in PDP or what do you call it, Labour Party. He went for APC. Now, for the fact that he's identifying with APC, it has caused another hatred altogether. People began to dislike him, waiting for his fall, waiting for any blunder from him so they could pounce on him. One thing I know is that we all have designed our life already, how we want it to go. He has his own way. The only way, I believe that what took him to APC is the same thing that took Hope Uzodinma to APC. Now we are looking at this thing like, where is he coming from? What is he even saying? I want you to understand this message tonight. That might not be our topic, but it's very, very important. As it's coming now, I have to pass the message. I want to tell my fellow Igbo brothers, you see this party of a thing, don't see it in that way. I want you to see it in a broader spectrum. When Ojukwu, Odumejugo Ojukwu Dim, when he was here, he fought to protect Igbos. And before then, we have this movement. The way you see this obedient, that's the way we have it back then in the 50s. Zikists. In the 40s, Zikists. The ones that believes in Nnamdi Azikiwe, Owelo of our nature, late. The first president of Nigeria. So there was a movement called the Zikists then. So it's mainly people from the southeast. All right? And then the man began to win hearts. He won Lagos and so many other places. So people love him. His movement was there. All right? Now, when it was time for Ojukwu was fighting to protect Igbo land. And you cannot separate Igbo land from the Zikists. There was a bit of a conflict of interest. Some people were thinking that going either way means you are not a loyal Zikist or something. But then there was a stark reality that Igbos must be free, otherwise these Fulani people will finish Igbo because of the death of Tafawa Balewa, the first Prime Minister of Nigeria, and then Amadu Bello, and the rest of the people that they deleted during the first coup. So now Ojukwu had no choice than to protect the interests of people of the East, Igbos in particular. But when the heat was over, when it was too much, Ojukwu left the shores of the country. He ran for his life. The generals, the army generals or the officers, the high-ranking officers in the army then, they had to, come together, make a plan for Ojukwu to leave alive. And Ojukwu left Nigeria. He went and settled in Cote d'Ivoire. From there, he was seeing everything going on in the country, negotiating with the government, reaching out to people. Okay, what happened? When they decided, all right, this war, we had to call it over with, because you see, the supreme leader is no longer here. The supreme leader, which is Odumegwu Ojukwu, and we can no longer continue fighting. This, and that, and then they came to a round table, had their discussion, had their agreement, and I must put it to Ndibo tonight, that the agreement they entered into that night so that the killings will stop, that agreement was what is keeping us today. Take this word anywhere. They didn't make open what they signed, the agreements they had. You are not telling me that very day that man made a declaration was the first time ever he was talking to go on. No. There have been series of meetings, and then they've been communicating to Ojukwu as well. Finally, they had to end the war and came up with that no winner, no vanquish, the RRRs, the 3Rs, and then the rest of them. It didn't just come. If Gowon, who was the chief head of state then, if Gowon could renege from the pact they had in Ghana, which was Aburi Accord, they had an agreement. On arriving in Nigeria, he changed. He reneged from the original agreement they had. And now that same man, you think, will just all of a sudden, when this man speaks, you could see anger in him. The way he was even talking about Ojukwu and all that. That he should have stayed. Why did he run away? He was a coward by running away. That he could have died like a Hitler. He could have gone the other way, like Hitler that asked his boys to kill him instead of him to be caught alive. And then he used another man again. What was that man's name again? He used another man for reference. So you could see that this man was breathing fire. He doesn't like Ojukwu then. All he wanted was Ojukwu's head. Are you telling me now that this man will just wake up because these people have surrendered? He will not say, no. There must be a pound of flesh. Okay? That's why they were unable to reconstruct Igbo land. That's why they were unable to allow an Igbo man to be the president. That's why they were unable to, give Igbos that chance, free chance in the federal level. So that's the way I see things. Okay? Now, when that Ojukwu decided to come home, I know he had an agreement with these people. There were meetings, series of meetings, which were held both in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. Then they gave him a free passageway. He got into the country, settled. I was there when he returned to Nigeria. Because when he came back, people came out in mass to welcome him. All right? After he was welcomed, next, he decided to join politics. Not as a military anymore, as a civilian, to join politics of the country. Even as at this time, Zik was contesting for elections. Shehu Shagari was contesting for elections under the platform of NPN. National Party of Nigeria in that was 1979 when the election took place. All right, Ojukwu got back here in 1982, and then you know the tenure. So Zik was preparing again. Even though by then I think Alex Ekwueme was favored to become the vice president of Nigeria that time. What did Ojukwu do? Ojukwu went and joined NPN, which wasn't Igbo party, which belongs to the north. Do you get that? He joined NPN and contested election in Nigeria. So why didn't he join the Igbo party? Logically, he joined that one so he will be able to reconcile his people with the federal government. And it was in line with the agreement they had before he could come back. Which if he didn't pen down or didn't append his signature to that, he could still, maybe he could die in Ivory Coast, where he ran to for refuge. He was a refugee there. So some people have died in refugee camps. But he chose to come back. He went and joined the NPN, Northern Party. And the other party was winning here. I guess Jim Nwobodo then contested governorship elections under NPP and so many other people as well. So there's a reason why I pointed Ojukwu. And when you and I began to understand what was going on in Nigeria, not only what was going on, but who is who in Nigeria, when we started getting to understand our story, when we started getting to understand our stand in the country, where they placed us, we did not hate Ojukwu for joining that party. We still love him. For what? For trying to save the Igbos before. So that love never diminished because he joined that party. Okay? He later won a seat. All right? So he represented his people. Or I guess he failed election in his own ward or something like that. But then, I know he was given a lot of chances in the country then as a politician. So why I was trying to make you understand that people never hated him for joining that party. People still love him for his personality, for his charisma, for who he is, not because of the party he joined. So now I went to Imo State last week. From Owerri, even before you got to Owerri, you would see something that would shock you. The present governor of Imo State, that Onitsha-Owerri Road, or Owerri-Onitsha Road, Onitsha-Owerri Road, or Owerri-Onitsha Road, you see that they tarred that road. It was well tarred, courtesy of this man, Hope Uzodimma. Now from Owerri to Umuahia, gosh. He did not only tar the streets, but he put street lights. And I can tell you that greater part of Imo State today has well-tarred road. Like they are getting there. It's coming from who? Hope Uzodimma. Do you know why many people hated Hope Uzodimma? People hated him for joining APC. One day, I was listening to Hope Uzodimma. Listen to me, for you to understand how I run my own politics. I was listening to Hope Uzodimma. He said that anyone joining any other party in Nigeria outside APC is wasting his time. That PDP is already dead and gone. That the current party, the living party now, is APC. People were seeing APC in a different way, like a corrupt party they used to dethrone PDP, as if PDP was a saint. PDP was the dirtiest party in Africa back in his days. Mark this word I'm telling you. The PDP was the dirtiest party ever. So corrupt. The way they were drinking our money, the way they were stealing from the coffers of the country. My man. How many governors went to jail? Do you know how they were looting? Looting without looking back. They were looting. They looted this country dry. Anytime you want to contest, as long as it's under PDP, don't worry. You are winning that elections. It was a miracle for Bola Ahmed Tinubu to win Lagos outside PDP. There was a candidate from PDP who could have won Lagos. But where was he? That one is no more now. Do you get? Go to Ogun State, PDP. Go to Osun State, PDP. Go here, PDP. Kwara, PDP. Everywhere, PDP. Abuja, PDP. All over PDP. All over PDP. Everywhere, PDP. All over. PDP was so dirty. So when APC came, the method they used to win election, the method they used wasn't okay for all of us. But this is African politics. It is never peaceful anywhere in Africa. We are different from these people out there who introduced this thing, because we are still struggling to grasp the way America and France are running their own politics. You know, it's different from what we have here. So now APC has come on board. Hope Uzodinma is telling you, look, this is the party of the moment. And I'm putting it to you that the party of the moment is APC. I am not a politician yet. I'm not even joining. But I'm telling you what is reality in Nigeria. The only party to have challenged APC was Labour Party, not PDP. PDP, people were looking at PDP because of Wike and that their G5 that moment. The people that has money, people that has say, those creme de la creme of the society, they have all abandoned PDP and joined APC. So PDP lost their voice. They lost their steez. They are no more living. And Peter Obi, who could have become a serious threat with his party, they couldn't allow peace to reign in his side. They played the first one on him. He left Labour Party. So now, who is that voice to challenge APC? No voice. Was it not the other day I saw the ex-governor of Imo State, the one they removed after how many weeks in office? He was holding the microphone. I'm like, so you really have a voice? All these years, you couldn't open your mouth and oppose one thing. You couldn't open this mouth and cry out for people. Those communities that you felt are marginalized, those communities you felt they are disenfranchised. Why have you not spoken up? We've not been seeing you making attempts to show that at least you have these people at heart. You are just quiet. Now all of a sudden you are coming out to talk. Because there is alliance called ADC. So now, you look at things. If you want to achieve your ambition, you look at the possible angle through which you can succeed in the pursuit of your dream. In this whole career things, we all think differently. I'm telling you, Kubana Chief Priest now is about to contest and take it anywhere. He's going to win. Are you hearing me? Kubana Chief Priest is going to win. If it's not him, who? Do you have a cent there, or just because he joined APC? Now time has come for us to start looking at people in their capacity, what they can offer. If Kubana Chief Priest, do you know that? No, some people might think this is just jokes now. Let me use my state for example. If there was another channel through which we could have gone to the polls, where we can stand for elections free and fair, do you know that I could have contested against this current governor of Anambra State and he couldn't win me? I'm telling you, there's no way he can win me. We needed young people now in office. This is the time for us to start pushing the younger ones into the office. I'm telling you. You get why. If Kubana Chief Priest is contesting in another platform, I will still tell you this. If I was from Imo State, from his constituency, I'm going to vote him because he's a young man. These older people are really disconnected from the youth. They don't know what the youths are going through. They don't know anything. They are not catching up with today's world. That's why Nigeria is suffering. Age and nature will always take their tolls on you. Look at Tinubu. He forgot he promised Nigeria electricity. He told them that they shouldn't vote him if he didn't give them electricity. Now he thinks that the best way to go about it is buying people's conscience, giving them money. Give them the money and they collect that money. On that very day, make him understand that he's a gunner. Yes. Every day for the thief, one day for the owner. Since they are giving you money, that's to tell you that power is with the people. And who are these people that goes to vote? Is it still not the youths? The youths. It's only the youths that can stand there from morning till night. When you say obedience, who did you see on the ways, on the highways? Who are those people who are doing those? They are still youths. So the power is in your hands. Why don't you as a youth start thinking that way now? Go into this politics. Because that's the only way we can turn our fortune around. Anything else is just... I don't see a youth now who will be thinking on how to... You are now buying SUVs for these people, doing all this and that, without thinking about your own people. Somebody like Kubana Chief Priest, we all know why he left Owerri for Lagos. That's to show you that this guy has his place at heart. In the entire southeast, after Enugu, next is Owerri. When it comes to hospitality business, after Enugu, and we know why Enugu is there. We know. None of these governors coming in, they are not too into Ngwale. But for the fact that Enugu is the capital of the southeast, that name alone, we know what it has attracted into the state. Besides that, look at Owerri. There are people who made Owerri what Owerri is. Kubana Chief Priest came, he played his own part. He's a young man. There is no life without what we are discussing now. Look at Onitsha. Look at Onitsha. Onitsha is a dry land because there is no nightlife there. There is no life there. Life is not just about hustling. Hey, come and buy. I get a container. Well. It doesn't end there. After a hard day's job, you turn around and look at yourself. Go out there. Meet people. That's the only time you can meet people. We mustn't meet in main market. I mustn't come to BoʻSs to see you. Let's meet somewhere where I will see people who are from different spheres of life. We come together, discuss, and go. Anytime you want to go, you go. It's not found in Onitsha. So Onitsha is off. Come to Asaba. Of course, you know the story of the angels in Asaba here. It's because of Kubana Chief Priest. There was life here, and there is still life now in Asaba. As I speak to you now, after this now, I can enter my car, go to a club, go anywhere now, and it's still happening. You see, there is life here. Who are making those things we call life? Who are making it possible? The youth. He's a youth. So if he can attract our attention from different parts of Igbo land, even Lagos to Owerri, what do you think will happen when he gets into office? What about you as a young man? Why don't you just consider this? Go into politics. Let's not leave this in the hands of these older ones. They are not in tune with today's world. That's why they are making some policies that doesn't favor anybody. What do they know? What do they know? So how can these people defend you if you are into Bitcoin, Forex trading? If you are into it, and then there are some things happening. Maybe they want to ban this, they want to stop this, what do they know about this? Do they know how many million Nigerians that thing is giving food? There are things they don't know. They are not seeing possibilities there. People who will not allow you to even snap them. Huh? So how do you feel when somebody rushes into the stage and the video kick that person out? How do you feel? You see him as a bully. How do you feel when you see somebody run to the video and then the bouncers wanted to bounce the person? The video was like, no, allow him. He brings that person closer. What do you see? You see love. You see somebody that cares for his fans, right? So these your politicians, why are they not allowing you to get closer to them? It's because they've lost touch. They are criminals. They are restless. When they see you, they see a threat. They thought you are coming to, But as a young man, you want to interact with people. Allow them to ask you questions. This is why we must start looking that way. All right? If you have this ambition of becoming, having any position in the government, I think this is the best time for you as a youth. This is the best time. Look at Tinubu. Tinubu cannot give us electricity. You know why? He's outdated. He's worn out. He's finished. Yes, that's why he doesn't care. He doesn't know the value. He has it in his house, so it's nothing to him. Check how old, how many years he has. He's 80-something, right? 80-something. Minus 30 years from his age, 50. You know what is 30 years? You know it's 30 years. A child, we don't talk about a child. A child, before the child gets to 20, is a graduate already. You see a giant, so now 30. For you to see how far he has come. He doesn't understand that these little children need to study with light. They need to study with light. So now their father must go and buy fuel, 1,300, 1,400, 1,500 a liter for the children to study. Every day you are buying 5 liters. Every day you are buying 5 liters. Making money for these same criminals. Did you see that? How do you feel about it? And now we are looking at party. Let's stop looking at a party. Because even as it stands now, Igbos doesn't have a party of their own. As it stands now, if you ask any Igbo man, you don't like APC, so which party you like? He won't mention anything. Even you listening to me, if you were asked, what party would you like to join? Which one will you point to? Be honest to yourself. Is it PDP? Which one? Is it Labour Party? Can you fight Abure? Or is it Apapa? Which one? Which one is your party? Is it Okokoro or Kapuga? Apuga, how many representatives they have in the national body, in the National Assembly? Who and who do they have? Only Anambra. Eh? Is that what you call a party? Do you know what is party? National party. So which one is Igbo party? Is it PDP? Because you hear that these people funded it when Jews Okalu will come and tell you. Even for Jews Okalu to have participated in PDP already. So which one is your party? None. Totally none. You don't have a party. Hmm? NBM. Now your party. Okay, NBM. Okay. So, my dear, I'm coming. Okay, yes, it came. Most of the stories they are telling us in the East here are lies. It's a cooked up story, some are propaganda. And idiots will help and spread them fast. They gave us a lot of false narratives here, especially what happened during the war. I wish most of you were born then. You will really understand that we've been lied to. One person they don't like for the fact that you have alliance with so person, you become, they will say you are Ifaja. You're Sabotua. We are quick to condemn. We just want everybody to come together. Let's stand under one umbrella. Which umbrella? You love Ojuku, you love Biafra. Why didn't you stay in Apuga? And when you see that this party doesn't have, if you check out Ifeanyi Uba when he was here, Ifeanyi Uba funded YPP single-handedly, so he could use it to achieve his goal. When Apuga was messing up, fucking him up, he left them. Because after the promises Apuga made him, Apuga failed him. They disappointed him. And they feuded Willie Obiano. And everything that happened then. Okay? So he went and then he now introduced YPP, Young People's Party. You know, and people voted him. That's why he won and became the senator, representing Anambra. He represented Anambra South. Okay? Now, you see that it's just like you just cut out a portion to use it to achieve. But when it comes to getting to the higher echelon, you needed an ocean, not a river. You need an ocean at that stage. So how have we been able to build an ocean for ourselves as indeed a party that will cut across the southeast and capture some places in Nigeria, since we claim to be smart people, since we claim to be this and that? So you see all this our dilly-dally, you see all this our rubbish. That's how you understand what played out then when Zeke was there. Even though Zeke was there, Awolowo was still making headway. Yes. Imagine, they wanted to make Awolowo the prime minister. They wanted to make Awolowo the prime minister. That's why they staged that first coup. They killed these people so that they could bring this person on board. Why didn't they? Okay, though Zeke was among the people that they said they want to eliminate. And then they said that there was high level of corruption that time. High level of corruption. So the blame is not only going to go to Tafawa Balewa as the head of government, and it will go to the president as the head of state as well. They were all corrupt. Though I wouldn't say all of them. Because that was when we have Mike Opara then, the premier of the Eastern region. He did his best. At least the history is there, and history favors him. He did marvelously well to grow the economy of the people of the East. So that's that anyway. Now they were telling us a lot of things, which has made us not to be seeing things in a better light. We now face politics today with bitterness in our hearts. Once you join APC is a problem. When Hope Uzodinma was in APC, why were the PDP not criticizing him? Why were the PDP not saying something in favor of the people? Everybody went silent, and yet you call yourself an opposition. There was a time one man came out, I think that was the one with one hand. I thought he was going to be a strong opposition. And what happened afterwards? After he came out, he was contesting. Where was he? Well, Hope Uzodinma has done his bit. He has, is it 1 or 2 years more to leave office? He will leave office. And people will now look around and see all the roads that Hope Uzodinma built for them. They will still say, well, he tried. And they will accept him. After all, we accepted Willie Obiano. I don't think Willie Obiano will attend any function in Anambra. You see people gather to stone him. It will never happen. That's why he stayed away from us. He went back to US. Somebody who came from United States to come and contest the election. So already it was planned. It was courtesy of Peter that he will come and take power. Okay, good. Even some of us now in our constituency, you find out that there are people who are representing you. They don't live in your homeland. Some of them are coming from Lagos, some are coming from Abuja, some are coming from Kaduna. But because of who they know, because of who their father is in the political arena, they come and they represent you in the House of Rep. What do they know about you? What do they know about the communities there? They know nothing. So how are they going to fight for you? And we see all these things since 1999, 2000. It's now how many years? 26 years. We are still talking nonsense. At the end of the day, it's these same people that will still occupy the seats. And when the youth come out now, you start talking rubbish. You see, you guys have a problem. You have a serious problem. You think your problem is coming from Abuja. It's coming from you. You don't know what you want. You don't know. Anyway, let me just hang it there and go to the topic of the night. A maid living in her boss house. A maid, I hope you are listening. Just listen and listen good. A maid called the boss in the night, like she walked up to the boss and said to the boss, now that Madame has gone to the village, please, I have one thing to ask for. And the guy was like, what is it? Go ahead and ask. She said, please, can you sleep with me in my room for the night? The boss was like, why? She said, it's been 2 years since I started working here that I've not been touched by any man. This was an innocent, like she was innocent, asking innocently. She was asking nicely. And now, please, if you were the boss, your wife went home to the village, and your handsome young maid was asking you to please help her out, that for the past 2 years, no man has ever touched her. So that's to say that she's not even a virgin, like she's been into it. And ever since she got into your house, she hasn't gotten touched by any man. And now she wants it. So your wife that would have prevented you from touching her is not here. So what are you going to do? Please, comments. Just let us know in the comment section. Very important, please. Don't hide. Even if you are lying down there with your madam, it doesn't mean. Say something. Stop being this keep your... I'm going to take off my eyeglasses, because I want to read your comments. Okay? What are you going to do? Are you going to help her out? Are you going to help? I'm not seeing anything. I'm only reading a past comment. You said he had a Emeka Hedioha. He's not even good with that few months he was in the office. Almost a year. Nothing to show. Now we see it in Abia State. Dr. Lex Otis 100 days. A lot happened. That is true. A lot happened, my brother. In his first 100 days in the office, that man is an enigma. So, what are you going to do? That's the problem you guys have, saying that somebody has collected his share. So you believe that these people will just be giving everybody money, even when you have no use to them. Now you that is saying you don't collect, you have collected your own. Let me ask you. I want to ask you. So let's assume you are running. You work in the radio station, and they come to you. They say they needed a jingle. They are coming for a campaign or whatever. Are you going to allow them use your radio station or not? Are you going to allow them? If they are coming to your hometown and you have a hall, you built a hotel, and they say they are coming to your town for campaign, and they needed up to 30 rooms in your hotel, and they will use your hall as well, will you accept them or not? So if you accept them to use your hotel, it means you have collected your share. So all these people you think have collected their shares, check it out. You see that there is a service they are rendering. When you are nobody, when you are useless, they are not bringing anything to you. So business is business. Try to understand things. Every time things are not going your way, he has collected his share, how much they pay you. That stupid mentality is what is holding people here. If you go to Lagos, you think they are begging. They know that if they don't collect this thing, it's gone. All these guys you see in the occasion, bouncers, I want you to understand something. When you see all these bouncers, they know that if they don't get this thing from you now, they will never get it again. Even if they get it from you tomorrow in another occasion, it's what? It's plus. Plus. If you are business minded, you don't talk this rubbish, you don't collect your share. Kubana Chief Priest, I have not even seen him one-on-one all my life. But I've seen Obi Kubana on countless occasions. Shake hands together. Kubana Chief Priest, I have not seen him. We've not contacted each other. But I'm telling you, even you saying they have collected, if you have this ambition of going into office as a young man, watch me, I will campaign for you. I want to see young people participate in active politics. That's the only way we can change the story. Stop talking nonsense. Start living in this present world. Stop living in the eyes of these stupid people who will always confuse you. They have given him. He has collected his shares. What do you know that is called politics? If I have English word, what do you mean? If you love your people and the way things are going, you don't like it, nothing stops you from contesting. Contest. It doesn't matter what platform. You can use any platform to get into that place. Alex Oti, he entered here as a Labour Party governor. He's been doing wonders from that day till now. Even those ones, even APC in Imo State, cannot match what he has done so far. Yes. Apuga, which is stationed in Anambra, cannot. What Soludo has done over these whole years, 5 years, right? Cannot match what Oti has done in office, even in his 100 days. Nima has done marvelously well for himself and for the state. So it doesn't matter what platform through which you get to that point. What counts is what you can give your people, how much you can fight for your people. Look at what happened in Anambra State. The road I was, the one I was telling you about. It was E-Money that wanted to do that road before they stopped him. Do you know the latest? Tomorrow I'm going to give you the video. The first rain that has fallen so far. Come and see that road now. Come and see that road. And this is what I was telling the local government chairman, which, because he was saying that the project was a private, public partnership, what. He was even saying that if E-Money, that if he has enough money, he can use it to support the government. That somebody can support the government, which means to give you the money. The money he would have used to construct that road, he give it to you, so that it means he's supporting the government to continue fix. How many roads have you fixed? How many? None so far. You see? Now, if you know that all these things, it doesn't sit well with you and you want to effect a change, that means you have to contest. Let the power be among the youth. That our local government chairman you see in there now, that guy is a young man. He's supposed to work, but God for that reason is what is holding him there. He's listening to people who put him there. He doesn't want to disobey them. But if he's a guy man, if you look at him, you know he's not a guy man. If he's a guy man, by now, you could have seen a difference in that particular road. Because you know that's the road that will kill his reputation. He was supposed to be at least doing that road now to a considerable amount or kilometers, or how many meters, but he didn't do it. Imagine the damage this road will be bringing to his name. He's listening to people who is not living in today's world, who wants to grab the entire world into their pocket. They don't know that things are no longer working that way now. No. Even a lot of people today, those ones who went abroad to amass wealth, they've made a lot of money, buy properties here. Now all their children they give birth to in America are telling them, hey, I'm not interested in those shit. Yeah, imagine you telling your son you born in America, 25 years old now, you're telling him to, you have 10 plots of land in Onitsha. You have 5 plots of land in Owerri. And he's looking at you after 25 years in America. You are telling him about 10 plots of land. And can't you see you are sick? Hey, he's living a different life. So this same thing is happening when somebody wants to be the talk of the town. You want to own the whole lands in your community. You want to be the one that will give your community the king. You want to be the one that will give them a member representing them in the in the Senate. You want to be anything that will fall to the side where you came from. You grab it and then it's you that will decide. It doesn't work like that, my man. One day you will die and get away. Quickly we forget you. People who have, cling on to power. Look at the way they ended up. Have you watched the video of Samuel Doe? Many of you don't know who is Samuel Doe now. That's to show you that most of you are still. Samuel Doe of 1990, who took over power in 1980. He humiliated the sitting president, humiliated him, and took over power. Last, what happened to him? His ending was exactly the same way he humiliated somebody. That's how they humiliated young officers. We are making mockery of him. Army officer. The strongest man I will tell you of our time now is, Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein. Even when they were sentencing him, he doesn't care. Tell if you want to kill him chap. He's not talking nonsense here. Look at Gaddafi. Gaddafi couldn't. He was a man. He stood his ground. So now, these people who will always hold on to power as if their life depended on it, one day you will die. You will go. You will know where that power is. Look at Buhari. Buhari that was threatening to soak his own blood of baboon and this and that. Where is he today? Where is the Buhari? Where is he? Buhari, where art thou? Where art thou? Abacha. Abacha, who thinks that he is Alpha and Omega. Abacha. Where art thou, you son of man? And so on and so forth. Where are they? And you, instead of you to allow people to breathe, look at Tinubu. Look at Tinubu. From how many years? The only thing you know is politics, holding on to power. I'm ashamed of you people. If I was Tinubu, you know where I am, where I'm going to be now. I'll be in the island, surrounded by waters, with 5 hot principalities, with mounted breasts, with big nuts. If you want to do BBI, no problem, go and do it, come. The ones that will be serving me coffee, this one will be serving me this one will be doing pedicure, manicure from morning till night. You think Solomon was a fool? The wisest king so far. This one every day. You are going to France. You are going to UK, disgracing yourself. Sometimes you fall. You can't breathe well. Eh? What do you want at this stage? As old as you are. A man like you, who is supposed, a grandfather, ancestor. You're supposed to be somewhere resting. Africans. The only way he thinks he can win election is to bribe you. Abi? That's the only way he can win elections. And you as a young man, you are rejecting the money. Mugu. Mugu. You are a mugu. As a Nigerian, you are, as a youth who has gone through thick and thin in this country. They brought you money and you said you don't want. That you are voting if you don't vote, you see Waka there. Come on, foot sack. They're talking cack, man. How much is he paying you since you don't have a job? Is he not supposed to be giving you money since he removed subsidy? It's our money. Supposed to be using it to settle people, especially coppers. Yes. If you are not working after school, you are entitled to salary. They'll be paying you until they give you a job. It's their responsibility to give you a job. So why did you go to school and you were paying? They didn't even give you free education. You paid. And you came out. They are not giving you a job. And you are keeping quiet. They brought money to you. You say you are not taking. Come on, take that money. Go and buy, even if it's a bag of rice. Gary. You see how much they gave them in UK? 500. If you guys are wise enough, they gave them £500 there. If they come here and give you 5,000, tear that person's slap. For you to see they don't have value for you. They think you are useless. And you are the one to make yourself useless. If you are useful, you won't be talking nonsense. They have paid you. They have bribed you. They will still come to you tomorrow and give you 5,000 you collect. I've said it before. Let's negotiate. You don't need to be spending billions of money to run elections. You are just wasting that resources. Count us. Let's know how many people in the country that will vote. Count them. If eligible voters are people who registered are 80 million Nigerians, and to conduct election and everything is running into trillions, count these people, share the money to them. That's all. We negotiate. Yes, you'll be the president. Like me now, if Jagaban comes to me now and says he wants to be the president, it's fine. Let's negotiate. I will tell him how much you pay me. So if I'm earning 200,000 naira salary in Nigeria, if I'm earning 500,000 naira salary in Nigeria, then we times it by 4 years, you're going to spend there. You give it to me. Yes. So that when you are there, whether you pay the salary, you don't pay, no concern me. That's it. Let's negotiate. I'm just saying this now for you to understand. They paid somebody £500, so let's see how much they want to pay you. All this nonsense will stop the moment we start going in there to understand what they are doing. If you go in there and understand it, nobody will come out tomorrow and tell you that monkey came and stole money now. They told you that nonsense because they know you don't have you lack knowledge. Like Obi Kubana will tell you, you lack knowledge. You are shouting. And you know the truth that you lack knowledge. If you have the knowledge, how can they tell you that snake came and stole money? They will show us the path through which he came. And how were they able to capture the snake? How did they know it's snake? You show us evidence now. If there was CCTV camera, we'll see when the snake was living. We'll check the belly. We can't allow the snake to go scot-free now. If it's anaconda, we know all the big rivers we have around. People can catch that snake, kill that snake, and get the money back. We can recover our stolen wealth. Because we lack knowledge, we just kept quiet. They are playing this one on us. It's a fast one, and we are falling for it till date. And a younger person who can represent you better is coming. You are out of it, talking nonsense. I'm going to stand for any Igbo guy who is very, very young to enter into that office. We want a change. And these old ones cannot do it. They can't. We've given them enough time. We are not only talking about, even those ones who have been going to that House of Senate for many years, don't vote them anymore. Don't. Stop voting them. I know of a senator who has been there for 20 years. For what? Is it your father's property? Are you the only one from that community? You are too good, right? So nobody can equal you. That means if you die today, now your community will go into ruin. Because they will never have a better representation. That's what it is. After some years, you've not been able to raise somebody who can step into your shoes. No, you've not been able to achieve it. Does that make you a good politician? Does that make you a visionary? We wonder what you are attracted to your community so far with this kind of mindset. When one man is rich in a community, it means that the entire community is poor. You cannot carry the burdens of the whole community. So the more you climb, then you check around and encourage others. Come on, follow me, follow me. Keep up the pace, keep up the pace, keep up the pace. Let's go, let's go, let's go. That's what you should be doing. But you're not doing, you just want to be there all alone. Every time you are in Abuja, every time you are in Abuja, each time of any electioneering period, you come out again, they vote you. Okay, you are not doing well. This is that time for these youths to stand up and know what is what. Start gaining knowledge now. That man who told you you lack knowledge, he did well. What he told you was true. You lack knowledge. You are still there talking nonsense. I have bought you over. How much they pay you? All that stupid mentality. My friend, face reality. In Delta State, the governor entered there as a PDP candidate. Today he's an APC. The same way blacks left Israel and they came back white people. I see Netanyahu claiming to be Jewish, Israeli, telling you about their forefathers, David. Netanyahu, you. So all of a sudden you are now an Israeli. So this governor now, he entered there as PDP, and today we are seeing APC. As a PDP man, what was he able to do here in Asaba? What exactly? What in Asaba here? That's that. The fact is that whoever wants to work will work, not the party. I've not seen a political party that will tell you do not do anything for your people. No. What we are suffering is people with dirty mind, greedy people going into office. They will never do anything good for you. They are greedy. So get a young man who still have life in him. Yes. Get a young man who knows what's what. Black people, no, black people will never get it right. Black people, democracy is something else to black people. They don't understand it. They don't understand democracy. That's why we are where we are today. I'm telling you. How much is it going to cost Anambra State government? For example, do you see the size of River Niger? Now I'm asking, what will it cost Anambra State government to channel River Niger into you know the way they made Dubai today is a desert. They turned it to where a human habitat. Now, when you are traveling from here, getting to what is it called, Abo, you see the railway that cut across. All right, you see the size. I'm sure you have traveled this way. If you are going to Lagos, coming from Onitsha, you are going to Lagos. When you get to Abo, you come across this place now. Is a railway line, so it passed through that place. When you look there, you see the size. Okay, so that can comfortably take 2 trains at a time. Such a size, you can cut it from Onitsha to Oka straight. Fill it with granite, arrange it nicely, and then you allow water to flow into it to create water transport so that people can travel easily. You don't need this bus anymore to travel. This thing will be a lasting legacy. People will prefer to travel through that channel because the fare or the fee will be cheaper. Those ones who came and bought goods here, they will just put it in their canoe or their boat. Fear, no go slow, no traffic. Fear, they are there in Oka to make life easier. When you are there, you'll be seeing the ground like everywhere will be white stone. Government will be generating money from there. Created a lot of jobs because people will be there to be selling tickets. People will be there at the station, where you enter, where you disembark. All those staff you see there will be getting paid by government, and people in turn will be, entering those boats to travel. Is that not how to create a job? If I can do this, imagine what a younger person can do. In that way, you create jobs and to make life easier for people. Where are we going in Anambra that you can travel through waters? No, there's no way. It's even making people to fear the waters. Especially now the governor has even chased people away from making sacrifices in the river. The only thing that brings people close to the river. I don't know if you're getting it. You can never see any flyover here. You think if I'm a governor, China will not be in Anambra State. No? China will be here developing here for me. China will be here. It doesn't matter how much. I will create a city. Not city I will create with mouth. I will create. By now, the city would have. You see Obi Kubana now, an individual is developing this city here, Obi Kubana City. Imagine me as a governor. Create it. Make it unique. This one is selling 80 million a plot. There you sell 200 million. People will buy because they know it's everlasting. When they consider the sophisticated security there, consider the environment, the Wi-Fi, everything inside there, constant electricity, even parks inside there, something that will attract people. You tell me they're not going to stay there. Obudukato Ranch. How about Obudukato Ranch? Tinapa and all that. There are things that will come into your mind as a young man. You just put it there. Look at me when I get to Onitsha. I feel ashamed. The only city we have in Anambra. Oka is not a city. Oka is just a town. The only city we have. Go there. It's a ghost of itself. A ghost of itself. Nothing. Anak Bronco. Down I come and get them. Ị gakata afụ ukwu osisi ka izu ike. You can never see that in Onitsha. Now one achazi, I was able to channel a scene. Or if you are city. Can you city or mama? Get standard hotel in Onitsha now. Apart from GRA. Be careful. So I know that what we just discussed tonight wasn't exactly what I came for, but as it came to my mind, remember I said it earlier that I'm gonna touch on it mostly. Kubana Chief Priest, when I saw his doings and stuff, I know he will do well. I know. And I want to see many people like him. Let's stop these whole things of hating anybody because he joined the APC. Hating any guy because he joined politics. You believe that now that he has joined politics, he's a sellout. Because you know that joining APC means, or joining, or okay, supporting a politician means you are no longer supporting Biafra. That is another thing. Because it's good that we keep telling each other the truth. Some people will not accept openly to support any young guy coming out to contest election in Nigeria. They believe that supporting you means they are no longer supporting Biafra agitation. So automatically you are a sellout to them. It's an ideology. You are a sellout for even accepting to join Nigerian politics. So that's how they will just tell it to you, which is not making any sense. At the end of the day, you see that the person that will go in there and occupy that position is somebody who is not aligned to your community, who lived all his life abroad, maybe in Lagos. He doesn't know anything in this. He can't even mention up to 5 different surnames from that communities. He doesn't know them. He didn't study here. It's only when he attended his secondary primary career here that he will understand. Not even university. In your school, in your department, or your faculty, you might have only 4 people that came from your community. Or at most 10 people you know in that school. It's not enough. Once you graduate, you get out, you go back to where you came from. After some years now, your father is telling you you should go and represent these people just for you to boost your profile. You are coming as a member representing Nya constituency. Who do you know here? You know nobody. And these people will not come out to talk again. That very person who is not aligned, who they don't know, who is now the serving councillor, a serving member of the House of Rep, a serving senator, they don't have problem with you. You will see enter there and they will continue complaining. Yet the Biafra is not here. And the very one that would have done better, they tagged in Sabotua. They couldn't support him. Because you are not, they don't want to be seen as they are here, they are there. Because already they have used that word on somebody. Two-faced man, this, that. You don't know that in life there is 2 sides to everything. There are 2 sides. There are things you commit now. You commit them not because you wanted to, but you committed them due to circumstance. I'm telling you. Don't worry. One day things will be happening to you. There's a scandal you fall into. You know, I was asking of a maid. And the maid is telling you that if you don't sleep with her, she's going to squeal on you. And you know that this thing will damage your reputation. You will do it. So many people have accepted so many things because of circumstance. They don't have a choice. But when they come out to explain to you, you'll be like, you don't even have to explain. Like, really? You are heartless. But one day you yourself, you fall into such thing, you understand. In this life, you go learn. You're going to learn in a hard way. You're going to learn. Efukwa young man ọbụla si n'ala Igbo na-apụta debekwa rubbish ga ahụ support the young man akọzina ha na akọba ọnụ onwekwa onye ga-apụta nkọgheribe a na-emebisi afa ndị mmadụ. Nobody will come and take that position. Ndị ga-eteke ya ndị na-amarọ ome maka na ọ kpatara ego ọmabanye di ya. Rochas Okorocha abata di ọ kpataga ego. He's a rich man before he came to Owerri. Akpataga ego ọ bụrụ ego ka ọ chụta di ya. Anyị n'anya mgbe Rochas na-achị Owerri ya nwekwa ihe ị ga-afụ. Ngwara ede enwere ife ị ga-eme akpụọ gị ihe ahụkwanụ ka ọ mee ga appreciate onwe ihe o tiri ihe ọfụ. Ụzọ niile o mekichi ọ na ụzọ niile dị n'Owerri dị very wide. O nwere ya na-akpọ vision. I give it to him. Ụzọ ọbụla ga-adị wide. Nye a ga-wide dị ụzọ wide anya ọfụma wee lụọ ka ya bụzie na ọrụ ya quality mana ọgwa ma ọ ga-adị wide. Ọ ga-adị wide. Epụtazie na Owerri kịta na Owerri na-make sense. I dey tell you. O na Owerri bọọ ka anyị jee Ọka na ka anyị jee Ọka ka ị gwa m onwere ụzọ tanka ya na-aga gị nwa bụ iburu takoma gafenwuo asị gị na tanka ya na-azọ striti azọ. Striti ọbụla tanka bata o nwezie moto ọzọ ga-anya ya na wafọ ihe ka ị na-ekwu. So ya nwasị olori na-agbapụkwa agbapụ na-afụsịkwa tin so na-acheki ya men na-eme travel believe n'obodo anya I believe na ya bụkwa maka ndị bụ unu. So see that I don't believe in my country. If I don't believe in Nigeria, it means no one onye nwe na me nwere mmadụ na onwe ebe nsipụta. I no go leave my people na. I love them. The name Nigeria ada override my interest no ụmụnne m. No. Enwere m ụmụnne, enwere m ụmụnna, enwere m friends, enwere m people from here. I love them so much. So ọ bụrụ na m nwee that opportunity to serve, I will go and serve them. Ama m what they need. Etu Anambra State nọ na ama m ihe m ga-etinye na Anambra kịta. Anambra azụba. But onye na-achị Anambra na cannot do it because no professor ka ọ bụ. Ọsọ gị na-enye ya na young man is a professor. Ọ dị ọzọ young. Ọ dị ọzọ young as such. Age ya agbagotego. And apart from age yourself, o nwere ndị bụ age ya karịa ime wonders. Ma ya nwa n'onwe ya bụ prọfesọ. Ọ gụrụ akwụkwọ. Onye ahụ efuru bụ aka gọm. Ụdị eri. So keki siche na oriri ya dị na be. Ebe onye na-achịgo bụ aka gọm. Onye ọbụla mara Soludo bụ aka gọm na ụdị eri. Aka gọm original. You know they spend. Joyce, they go tell you. Ọ bụ na ọ bụrụ aka gọm ọga ịbata Ọka kịta ị ga na-eti hapụ Ekwulọbịa sịrị Ekwulọbịa sịrọ. Ọka bụ capital Anambra. Ihe na-afụsị majik a na-eme. Nye m Anambra na nti Anambra mmọnwụ under 2 years. Ọ ga many people hapụ Lagos bịa biri Anambra. Ọ bụrụ ile. Kọsi na ya dị eboro na ọ dị eboro. Gịnị mezie weda mgbe iboro na eboro nwee ihe ọdịdị ya. Ịnọchakwa ịpụọ Anambra ga-adịkwa. Ifu bankị na Anambra ma ọ bụ na mbụ gọvanọ. Ọ bụ na olu ala gị ịpụọ. Ị ga-ewere project. Ọ bụrụ 1000 buildings project were hapụ ndị ga-erent ị ga na-enweta ego. Sponsor ya. Zenith were 1000. UBA 1000. First Bank 1000. Fidelity 1000. Even Ope. Ope, Pampe, Money Point. Onye ọbụla ga-ewe project. Infrastructure agba aka sana na wayo. O nwere ụlọ ị ga-afụ ọ ga mmadụ ihe ejeje were ụlọ dị ya. Onye abịa Asaba sị gị na 2 bedroom 800,000. Mba. I wee jee na block of flats efu na ọkụ dị steady. Ihe dịka 15-story building, 15-story building, 15-story building. And ọkụ dị steady. eji kaadị itinye kaadị wee banye nwo lifta wee na-aba ịbanye dị ya kaadị ka wita kaadị nogo the lifta adịghị aga anywhere ịfụsịa ụdị standard ya ọ bụrụ na bankị na ha nwaghị etinye osinwu that security door na-eme operate ha ga-emenwu ya ebe ha na-achụ ego ime your steeti ka ọ dị unique ndị mmadụ abịa ị ga-ebido na briji ya design ya ị na-eti isi na briji na-ajụ obodo oyibo dị ya bido na that briji jee ruo ọka ọga a na-akụ ya osisi throughout a ga-akụ ya osisi throughout ana osisi niile a ga-ebu ọkụ n'elu ya sola ọkụ na-enwu osisi niile a bụ ọkụ ebe ọbụla sọrọ gị nọrọ na-enye anyị ma na ihe a bụ nọ Anambra ka ịbata city of light ọkwa kpọrọ ya light of the nation ịbụrụ light of ọkụ adịrọ dị ya o nwee ihe dị ya ka ihe o ji bụrụ light anyị na-azakwa afa na-emente na afa m ga-esi ebe a kụrụ osisi gbadaa federal road niile nke ọbụla kụ weda ma fe ma ọ na-abịa ma ọ na ọda abịa mma arụ ya nye m my money achọghị m mgbakasị arụ amana ị nọrọ na steeti mma ama na-ene ya ị ga-enwe kaadị gosiri na ịnọhịa is my state na wafọ ya isi ebe isi mabata ihe landlord ị ga-enyekwa akaụntụ ndị a ka m wee stọpụ criminality m ga-echeki a na-echeki crime echeki ọ bụghị ije eje kpọbata ndị udo gachi na ihe abụ ọ ka bụkwa ofu ihe ahụ mee ọlụ a ka ọ dịrị ha isi cameras everywhere jee China njekwu those people na-alụ ya ha bịa hia solar light ọbụla bụ kamera na ya solar ebe ọbụla ọkụ solar kwụ kamera dị na ya ka anyị fụrụ ebe ndị a ga-esi wee bịa ma operate pụọ nkọvagodu cities one ma one wezie nwaanyị na kpọzie local gọọmenti chairman na-efe nchọ ị ga-alụnwu ka ọ na-ịma alụnwu ọ bụrụ na ịma alụnwu ka ntị a competent person ọ ga-esi na ime ebi n'ụdị steeti ya isi na ị ga-ebi ebe ọ ga ị ga-ebi ebe you go live ya ị ga-ebi na my steeti mgbe nwere population onye abụ na ihe na-eme otu afa na ala ka ịzụ afịa o nwere ebe ị ga-eje ịgụrụ ụlọ ya ọ bụrụ na 10 ka ọ dị ụlọ dị 10 ebe a ikutusi ụlọ niile a tọọ na ya ta ahịa relocate ndị ahụ ya ka iji bụrụ gọọmenti you relocate them jenye ha ụlọ ebe dị oke ọ bụrụ na etinye ya nwere fọdekin na wọrịwọ fọdekin nwa ruo elu ya niile eletọsichana owu ihe na-emezi dị ya ụlọ flat a na-akwụ 200,000 every year nke ahụ otokwu n'ụlọ gụọ ya ọnụ ekurisi ebe ahụ ịlụọ ya plaza ka ọ safọ dị community ndị mmadụ abịa welụsịa shop dị a etu a ka esi a transform life anachighata mana ya eme ya na steeti m ka mma bụ gọvanọ ị na-agba achawo free asị ị ga-ebu kaadị ị ga-erejista anya mara na-achawo ka ị na-agba ị na-akwụ tax kaadị gị ahụ ị ga na-erenew ya erenew 1 year bịa renew ka ọ ga-abịa ejide gị n'ụzọ ka ihe ị na-alụ igosify ID kaadị gị professional prostitute of Anambra State inyete gị na wafọ yo ị ga-adị legalized na wafọ yo state attorney general of the state ọ ga-ebinye aka n'akwụkwọ enye gị kaadị agbaghị gị laịsensị ị na-agbara nwa achawo ego ebe ọ bụ na ya aka eche ịgba onye fụgụ n'ụzọ harasị ya igosi ya destin ị na-agasi ike ma ya na-akwụ tax ihe ebi na my state for free na-enjoy the security na-enjoy ọkụ ma onwe ihe na-contribute no ide anara is a lie otu a na-abụ every year document moto eme expire ije na licensing department ije gbatịa dị akwụkwọ etu a driver's license 5 years o mee expire ebịa then gị nwazi asakwụna ịbụ ị ga-abịa gbara license dibia ọbụla nọ na Anambra ị ga-enwe license every year i renew ihe onye ọha etu a ka esi eme ya mana ị ga-eme dị steeti ọ na-abọbụ ịdọbatasịa investment dị iche iche obodo young man na-achị a na-afụ ihe dị iche ka m na-agwago mana ọ dịgo ka ọ ga-adị ebe a ka anyị ga-eweta ya n'isi njedebe. oke Ikem ọ maka Anioma steeti enyegodo Anioma steeti Asaba bụ the capital, the only transformation ị ga-afụ ga-abụ when a young man ma ife a na-eme baili as governor o wee bido ọrụ na Asaba capital territory. ịma dat na ọkpanam akwụkwọ Igbo ugboru oke ele adịtịrị ya ọgwachi na ife a niile a bụ capital territory. Igbuzọ Achala ife a niile bụ capital territory. Na-eti ya mmọnwụ na-afụ ya ma na ya bụ capital. A na-ebusasị the federal parastatals, the school, the state government parastatals, a na-ebusasị ya na the whole this thing, so that na development ga na-aba everywhere. Or a young man only can think that way. Schools are now mepe campuses dị iche iche na spring up. Iruo na Lagos na-afụgasị campuses dị iche iche, campus. Ọ na-enye aka. Nke a gịnị na-eme? In fact, Nigeria no dey move. Nigeria dey move. Carnage. Hey. Ebe na-ebe ka ya agbapụtasị na-enwe campus dị ebe. Na ya Unizik Ọka no Onitsha campus, Unizik Ọka, Uli campus, ma Okija campus, Unizik Ọka, no ebe ka ị na-afịa. It don't be like that na. Campus 1, campus 2, ọgwụna. For like too much in every area. For like, see somebody bigger outside them way ya na-eme. Na-eti dia. Young men who may travel, onye ọbụla ga-apụta. Aba ndị a na-akọ mmiri ga na-eje ebe ni. Dịka na-emezi ihe ndị ụmụnna. Dịka na-eme ihe ụmụnna, agadi nwoke a na-eje okorobịa anọrọ na-ekwugheri. A na-eti isi ihe na-eme gị affect. Ihe ekusinwu ume ike, ihe emegharị nwa ahụ, agụụ ejide ego na-egbu. Na wow. Na udodi ya mara unu mma. Ya fụta asị fie echi n'ọlụ na ọfụma. Good night. Go Nigeria. I'm not happy.